Shalom, friends. Akib here from Israel in 5, and I want to invite you to take part in a very important campaign of Meir Panim to help rebuild Israel after this war. This war brought a lot of devastation to so many individuals and families. Families that lost loved ones, families that lost their homes, their stability, their financial support, their financial sources. And Meir Panim is taking a leading role in Israel today to make sure that those who were hit the hardest during this war have the support, the love, the food, the financial resources in order to move forward, go on and rebuild their lives. But Meir Panim can only do it with your help. You can go to Israel5.org/donate and make a donation. That could be a one-time donation. It could be a monthly donation. And know that all of your money will go to help support the multiple programs of Meir Panim that are helping to rebuild Israel after the war. Whether they're the markets that over 10,000 families every single week go to get fresh produce, fruits and vegetables to bring home, or the tons of people that visit their centers throughout the country to get a hot meal every single day. Or it's going to literally rebuild damaged or destroyed homes and bomb shelters throughout the country. Meir Panim sees the need and it is doing something about it, but they can only do it with your help, with your support. Right? If you want to help rebuild Israel after this very unique and challenging time, you can do so by going to Israel5.org/donate, or click on the link below and make a donation and help Meir Panim help Israel. Right? Help Israel directly through your donation to Meir Panim. And as a thank you, Meir Panim will send you a special medallion that on one side has a picture of the Western Wall and has a quote that says, "I helped fight poverty in Israel." Right? You will be one of those people on the front lines of helping Israel after the war, helping Israel to rebuild, helping Israelis get their lives back together, to rebuild their lives, to move forward with stability, with support, with honor, and with respect. Right? Again, your donation will go to fund and to help Meir Panim continue its multiple programs around the country to help those most in need during this very, very unique and challenging time. Again, you can go to Israel5.org/donate to make a donation and to make a difference. Thank you so much, my friends. All the best and be well. Today is November 16th, 2025, and this is our weekly update on the ongoing war between Israel and the Hamas terror organization in the Gaza Strip, as well as against other terror entities around the Middle East. Shalom, my friends. This is the Kiva Gersh with Israel in 5, where we give you everything Israel in 5 minutes. Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions or want to keep the conversation going, please do so below in the comments. Israel continues to hold the line inside the Gaza Strip as part of the ceasefire that has been in place now for a couple of months, but Hamas is continuing to strengthen its hold on its side of the Gaza Strip, which is obviously causing worry both to Israel, to the U.S., and other parties involved in this ceasefire. Still no strong or clear forward motion from this point in the ceasefire is what will be the next step, although reports are coming from America that they might be willing to or feel that they even need to forego the next step of the ceasefire agreement, which is the disarmament of Hamas, and go straight to the rebuilding of Gaza. That's a serious thing for Israel, of course, because part of the ceasefire agreement is the disarming of the Hamas terror infrastructure. And again, this is new news outside of America, still unfolding. We'll keep you updated what happens with that. But from the Israeli perspective, the return of the hostages, the disarming of Hamas, these are clear and very strong and very vital prerequisites before the building of Gaza can begin. Again, a new story, an unfolding story. We'll keep you updated in terms of that. Hostages who have been recently released came to Hostages Square in Tel Aviv to give thanks to all those who supported them in the government, in the society here in Israel, and calling for the return of the last 3 hostages, 2 of them Israeli, 1 foreign national. These are hostages who were killed, unfortunately, by Hamas, but their bodies are still being held inside the Gaza Strip. and Israel is waiting for the return of the two Israelis so they can be brought to proper Jewish burial inside of Israel. In terms of southern Lebanon and Hezbollah continues to violate the ceasefire there, and that brings on Israeli retaliations and attacks on various different Hezbollah movements, infrastructure, and terrorists. It was just reported in the Lebanese government, one of the leading members of the Lebanese government very, very recently said that he believes that the Hezbollah organization should be able to rebuild like any other organization. That clearly is not something that Israel will agree with, knowing what Hezbollah is capable of, what they have done in the past, and what their plans still are to do in the future. Again, an unfolding story. We're keeping our eyes on that, and we'll update you with information as we get it as well. Of course, there is the head of the snake in this entire conflict, and that is Iran. And there's been lots of talk back and forth between from Israeli sources, from Iranian sources, of a possible next round between Israel and Iran. Iran has threatened that in the next round, they will fire many more rockets than they did in the first round. They even said that they're capable of firing 2,000 rockets in a single day. In the 12 days of war between Israel and Iran shot 500 rockets in 12 days. So that puts things into perspective. But of course, we can imagine right now, literally as I speak and as you listen, Israel is making plans to make sure that Iran cannot hurt the Jewish state, and that Iran will not ever achieve and attain nuclear capability. That is the news for today. These are the updates on the ongoing conflict between Israel and multiple terrorist entities around the Middle East. As always, we thank you for your support, your prayers, and your thoughts for Israel, for the soldiers specifically, for the hostages' families, the remaining hostages left in Gaza. Wishing everyone a great week. All the best, and be well.